Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my DIY fashion series slash transformation video. After a very long time, I've prepared a proper tutorial having all the details of how I transform my mother's sari into this Anarkali Kurta. For those who follow me on Insta and have seen my recent pictures from my cousin's wedding would know that I wore this kurta for the haldi ceremony. So here's a picture of the not so properly draped sari. It's mainly a yellow solid sari with thick golden border. There's actually some petals with golden threadwork in the sari which is not visible in the picture. I'll probably show that later, but let's quickly start with the tutorial now. To start with, I placed it flat on the floor and figured out which part goes to the top and which would become the skirt. Yeah, I'm not sure if the camera captured it this time, but these are the threadwork I was talking about earlier. This part comes in the anchal and it will be the top of the anarkali. If you notice, I am separating out the golden border only because I'll be attaching it later to the bottom of my skirt. So yeah, this is what I have with me. I am folding it in half and folding it over again. So basically I have 4 folds now. Hence all the body measurements that we would be taking would get divided by 4 to be precise. As you can see, the width of this piece is 10 inches. I'll quickly explain how I came up with this measurement. So you need your chest size. Mine was 32 divided by 4, which becomes 8 for me. And add 2 inches for the seam allowance, hence 10 inches in total. Starting with the top, I'm marking 6 inches for the neck from the folded corner and then 6 inches downwards for the armhole. And then join this line to the other corner. Next, we'll be marking the length of our top. I apologize, I didn't realize I was out of focus while doing this. I'm basically marking out 14.5 inches at the bottom. The 0.5 inches I added is for the seam allowance. Then mark your waist size at the bottom. Mine was 28, so you would take 28 divided by 4, which is 7 inches, and an additional 2 inches for seam allowance. That becomes 9 inches now. Then join this part to the armhole we marked earlier. Coming to the neckline, the width will be 3 inches for me and I'll keep the front 6 inch deep. I'm just randomly making a slant and joining it to the edge. Slightly curve out the edge to avoid super sharp corners. Repeat the same set of steps for the back except that it will be 3 inch deep instead of 6 inches. I'll add a few more details for the sleeve, so mark the midpoint of your sleeve vertically and then using that as your starting point, start curving out the sharp corner of your armhole. Add another curve about half an inch apart inwards from your previous curve, keeping the starting and the end point same as before. This is how it looks now, and after I've separated one part from the other, which is the back part, I am cutting the armhole and the neck for the front. Next, we'll cut the sleeves. I have 4 folds of my fabric here. My anarkali is full sleeve and the length of my arms are 20 inches. I'll add a golden border of 4 inch at the end. So reducing that from my fabric, it is now 16 inches long. We'll keep the width 2 to 3 inches more than our armhole. So I'm taking that as 9 inches. Mark 3 inches and draw a curve the way I'm showing here. My wrist is 7 inches divided by 2, that is 3.5 with an additional 2 inches. So I'm marking 5.5 inches in the other corner and join the two ends. So this is what I have after I've cut out my sleeves. If you remember, we had one side of the curve in the armhole deeper than the other. So to accommodate that, I'm cutting about half an inch inward from the sleeve too. So the major part of the measurement and the markings are done after this. We just have the skirt pending. I used all the remaining fabric and made 16 folds. I am going to cut out small petals out of these. This way I can get a very elaborate skirt, which we call ghera in Hindi. The width was about 15 inches, so mark 2 inches from one corner and 2 inches from the other side in the other corner, and join the lines and cut them out. You then have to attach these together till they are enough to cover your entire waist. Next is just stitching all these pieces together as neatly as you can. This is how my kurta looks after all the stitching work. Notice how I added the borders at the edge of the skirt and my sleeves. I used a part of the border as a lining for my neck as well, and with this we are done with the Anarkali Kurta.
Asked the question, then you said it. Always saying things you're regretting. Can't erase the steps we've taken. Can't go back to the time and place we met. I was so upset, but you made it all better. Now it's messing with my head, yeah. We don't say goodbye the best. I still feel your ghost inside my chest. No, we didn't learn our lesson, but if you want, can we try again? Oh yeah, try again.
Thank you so much guys for being with me till here. Don't forget to like, comment and share if you like the video, or if you found the video or even a part of the video helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more such fashion updates, and I'll see you guys very soon on my next video. Bye bye.